I used to be a huge fan of Jesse McCartney. I don't think he knows that. I might tell him later. But yeah, I used to be a huge fan, and so yeah, like if you would have told me a few years ago I'd be playing a show with him, I would have been like, you're lying.
Was he always your celebrity crush?
He was when I was younger. I totally, yeah.
Who's now?
Who is now? I don't really have one. I guess, yeah, I don't really have one. I wish I could say that I had one, but I don't.
Are you doing a whole concert tonight or just a few songs?
I'm doing like 10 songs tonight, so it's kind of like it's a short set, but compared to like touring and things like that, but like it's a lot, so it's not just one.
And so you just finished doing Camp Rock 2. How was that?
I did. Camp Rock 2, I think is gonna shock people. We're all like, we're dancing so much. There's flips people are spinning on their heads. The music is incredible, and it's just, I'm so excited.
What does it mean to you to be asked to do the show?
It's a great charity, and actually this is the first time I've ever took part in anything with City of Hope, and I learned so much, really, because I actually got the chance to visit the City of Hope and a couple weeks ago, and the facilities are amazing. It just blew my mind, and I walked away from the whole experience just a whole other man. I got the chance to meet several of the kids, and you know, that's to me the most important part. I have 2 younger siblings of my own that I don't know what I'd do without, and I met a couple of kids, and it was just fun to change their 10 minutes, that 10 minutes, you know, for them to take their mind off of whatever they're going through. And it changed, you know, my whole perspective as well. So.
Absolutely. You get to perform with 2 beautiful girls.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's pretty cool. Are you guys friends?
Yeah, I actually just ran into Demi backstage, and I've known Miley for a long time. You know, she's crazy busy right now with her big single on the radio, so I've just been home for a little while. I'm back in the studio writing and working on a new album, so yeah, no, it's great to see the girls. I haven't seen them in a while.
Cool. What's your plans for Halloween?
Halloween, I think I'm gonna go with I'm a buddy of mine, and I'm gonna do Walter Matthau from Grumpy Old Men.
Yes.
I'm gonna try and do like the prosthetics and like get like really. I just want to be unrecognizable, like walk around like just like a real grumpy old guy.
You're gonna go all out.
I'm gonna go all out and give it a go.
Can you talk about your upcoming television and film gigs? Anything
Yeah. Well, we got Alvin and the Chipmunks 2 coming out. And Squeakquel, which is gonna be cool. Theodore, I played Theodore. We got the Amy Poehler is now on, Anna Faris, and the Chipettes. So that'll be a big release at the end of the year. And then I just got back from New York. I was there for 6 weeks, working with Brian Goluboff, who's an acclaimed writer. He wrote Basketball Diaries and K-Pax. A story about his high school experience as an editor of the newspaper. And it's looking very good for Sundance, so that was a really fun experience.
If you could be stuck in an elevator with anyone, who would it be, dead or alive?
John Lennon. Toss-up between John Lennon and I'm gonna go with John Lennon. Keep this. Keep it.
Do you have any embarrassing moments you want to share?
Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty. It wasn't. I don't know if it was embarrassing. I just kind of didn't know what to do. I was in a studio. This is like 3 or 4 years ago. I was working on my second album, and I was at the Henson Studios, which is like a legendary studio. It's been around forever. And I was in Studio B, and I noticed on Studio A, on the wall, it said McCartney, and I was like, oh, they got that wrong, I'm in Studio B. And I'm sitting on the couch in this sort of like, in this room that's open for everybody to just kind of come in and out of, grab a snack or whatever, and I'm sitting there with a pencil and a pad, and I hear a very familiar voice humming, and a mandolin like being played in the background. I'm like, who's playing a mandolin? Like, it's just a strange instrument to be just walking around playing, and as Paul McCartney comes out of the studio, and I was like, I was like, whatever I'm doing on this pad is nothing compared to what's going on in that man's head. But it was a little embarrassing that I couldn't form a proper sentence.
But you weren't in an elevator with him.
I wasn't in an elevator, no.
And Jesse, who are your inspirations growing up?
As a kid, Michael was one of my biggest, and a lot of R&B guys, Ray Charles and Stevie, and all the legends.
Do you have a guilty TV pleasure?
Oh man, we're definitely going there. Food Network is definitely one of them.
What's your favorite show on Food Network?
Let's see, I like Iron Chef. I'm just a big fan of food, and I'm a big fan of Anthony Bourdain. I love his Cook's Tour and all the books that he's written. Love food, and I'm sort of I shouldn't say it, but the Real Housewives of Orange County, yeah.
what does the song Obsessed mean to you?
I wrote Obsessed because I think that's like what every girl's like fantasy is, like to feel is to be like you can't sleep and you can't eat and whatever. And I'm not really like that mushy of a person. I have like a heart, but I'm not that mushy. So I kind of wrote that for like all the girls that want to feel like that. And even if you're not that way, I think everyone wants to feel that feeling at some point. Me too.
How do people who battle life-threatening illnesses inspire you and encourage you?
It inspires me because, you know, I hear people tell me all the time that, like, I'm their hero and that they look up to me. And then I go to these children's hospitals, you know, and I look at them and I say, all right, that's my hero, because I don't know what I would do if something like that happened to me or my family, and especially families that are so strong and stay together, because not only does it, you know, it affects the kid, but it affects the family around them, and especially the siblings. And so when I go and meet these kids, not only do I meet the ones that are being affected with illness, but I want to meet the ones that, you know, are surrounded with that, because it can like really take over your whole body just as a family.
How did you get involved with this charity?
I've been involved with City of Hope for about like 3 years now, and they contacted me because I've always wanted to be involved with something that's like not just for now and not something that's just going to deal with the kids of the present that are dealing with illness, but it's a cure, and it's for the ones that, you know, 10, 15, 20, thousands of years from now, you know, it's affecting them and their lives.
Your grandfather inspired you to work for this charity, correct?
Yeah.
And if you could have one more conversation with him right now, what would you want to have?
I think I would just ask him, you know, I would want more like guidance. I think there's like so many questions that as you get older, you know, I was like 12 years old when he died, or 13, and so like now as you grow up, I think that's what I would want to ask, you know, how to get involved, and, you know, maybe what his main struggles was on, you know, on his, you know, like final times, maybe what was the most, you know, hard thing for them. And so for the people that are dealing with cancer now, I can, you know, help them more through those times.
Is there anyone you'd like to be stuck in an elevator with, dead or alive?
Maybe John Lennon. I would ask him for all the rights to his songs, and I would recut them all. Thanks, everyone. Okay.
Miley, little thing. To your left. And straight ahead, Miley. And just one more right over here. Mind if you start right over here?